Hi, everyone. We are OT students with the College of St. Scholastica, and we're going to talk about low cost or no cost leisure activities you guys can do or implement at your site. So, defining leisure, leisure refers to an activity that individuals engage in during their free time, often for relaxation, enjoyment, or for personal fulfillment rather than financial gain or necessity. These occupations vary depending on the person, their interests, and preferences, and it can include hobbies, sports, creative arts such as painting or writing, gardening, traveling, gaming, and many others. The key characteristic is that they are undertaken voluntarily and contribute positively to one's well being and the quality of life by providing a break from routine responsibilities. So, overall, everyone has their own interests and things they like to do. So, implementing these various activities allows for residents to have access and easily participate in leisure or explore leisure activities to promote well being. So the first thing on our list for active leisure participation is cornhole. So cornhole is a fun backyard game that involves a bean bag and a large wooden board with holes. So basically, you just pitch the bags to the boards, hoping to get it in the hole or on the board. It can be adapted using balls tossed into buckets or bean bags tossed into chalk outlines on the pavement. Beanbags alone cost $10 at Walmart, and you can adapt this however way you want. We know you have a large space in your area, the parking lot. That would be a great area to utilize cornhole. Another activity we thought of was adaptive basketball. So you can use anything like a garbage can or a bucket and toss balls into the garbage can or bucket. Balls are fairly cheap at Savers. We don't know how much, but we're assuming they are cheaper there. Five Below, they're about $5 in Walmart. They're about $5. Yoga, there are free videos on YouTube that can be played in a group setting or individually. There's a link provided on our site. And there's also printable poses that can be compiled into a packet for residents to follow. And we also linked that in our site as well. Also, yard games like bowling. There's an Amazon link. They're pretty cheap. And frisbee, and we know, again, your outdoor space is pretty large. You can get a frisbee for about $1 at Walmart. And a walking group, which is free, no cost. You can invite your residents to walk together around the neighborhood or parks as a group during the week and make it a social event.
Okay, so now moving on to our creative category. So this involves different kind of art projects and different categories that you can kind of get creative within. So our first idea was a nature collage. So this could involve walking around the neighborhood and collecting different things from nature, and then creating crafts with them with glue and tape or pieces of paper. We could also purchase old paintings or canvases from Savers, which is fairly cheap, and paint over it. And you can also get paint from Walmart for fairly cheap, and this can be involved in group activities and distributing paint among everyone from that purchase. You can also use chalk within your parking lot on the pavement and get creative with that just to draw or, as mentioned before, to play games with as well. And chalk is fairly cheap. It could be purchased at Target for $1 and also at Dollar Tree. And then another idea could be knitting. So you can purchase needles from thrift stores such as Savers and Goodwill. They usually have a lot of options. And then yarn from Hobby Lobby or any other craft store. And then some more ideas could involve music and dancing. So this could be getting a radio or a CD player for cheap from any thrift store such as Savers, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and also buying CDs from there if you do choose a CD player. And then also implementing something like a craft cart that has a bunch of different supplies. So residents can come in and kind of choose what they want to make and get creative with the supplies that are on the craft cart. So this could include like painting supplies, canvases, markers, stuff to draw with, and other stuff that you can buy for fairly cheap from different craft stores.
Okay, so also there is some board games and other games that you can do with your residents. There's a variety of different card games that can be done with just a deck of cards in general, like Solitaire, Kings in the Corner, War, a bunch of different games out there. You can purchase a stack of cards for about $1 at Walmart, or you can find them at dollar stores or Savers in the area for cheap prices. You can also do different games, word finds, and crosswords. These can be found at other thrift stores like Savers, or you can find them at the dollar store for about $1 or so. You can find different board games that you can also find at thrift stores like Savers in the area. This could include things like cribbage, dice games, puzzles, chess, checkers, Scrabble, or Yahtzee. And with all of those different card games and word finds and board games, these can be things that your residents can do on their own time, or you can make it more of a social thing and find games that require more than one player, maybe making it a game night or something each week. You can also do bingo. There are some free templates online that can be printed out that we linked on this page. And then using different writing utensils to mark on the cards, those can be found at very cheap prices, pencils and stuff like that at the dollar store. And then for your residents who want activities that they can do more on their own, maybe they're not totally social or anything like that and would rather just do something in their room, you can provide different magazines or books for them to read. There's little like free libraries on the sidewalks around town. You can look for books at Savers or the dollar store that can be purchased for fairly cheap. You guys could also look into creating your own type of community library, which I know another one of our OT groups was looking at different resources that you can implement as far as a book club and things like that. Also, there's some adult coloring books that can be done for people who like to do some drawing. There's a link to Amazon for finding some that are fairly cheap. And colored pencils can be found at Walmart for about $5.